mistaken. All right. If I'm not mistaken, it's a full moon tonight, I reckon. All right. So all the information is coming in. All right. Someone, I don't know if they was meeting up to go do something, have a conversation, but whatever the case may be, y'all see that up there that we wasn't supposed to see. Someone may feel like that they getting away with some shit because it's like it's some shit going on in a city or a state or something. Okay, I'm saying somebody might live in a state neighborhood, suburban area or something like that, middle class. But this is like someone that felt like, all right, we're going to send in such and such, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, right? Someone from, like, I'm in Central Florida all the way down to fucking Miami. But at this point, it would literally have to go all the way up to North Florida on down, right? So this is like a person that's not realizing in the situation. It's like shit. They wanted all the smoke and realizing like, okay, never mind. We don't want this type of smoke because the smoke is opening up even more doors that was meant to be closed in secrecy. And it's like, damn, so we ain't hiding nothing. And then the people we done call to go ahead and do this, this is like calling somebody to do a fucking hit in part of a different organization, and this person is asking questions. With them asking these questions, this is someone realizing like, God damn, we can't play this game. And when they realize it, it's like, okay, intuition wise, this is like someone that thought their intuition was like sharp, on point. But then it's just like somebody asking, okay, well, if it's so sharp and on point, you should have been able to pinpoint what this person was going to do, what they was going to post, what they was going to say. You should have been able. This is like someone, okay, they were supposed to be cloaking the folks that they were sending your way or whoever was participating in this thing. They're supposed to be cloaking these folks or this group of people's energy, okay? You're not even supposed to know that they are a part of anything at this point. However, in this situation, like I said, it's drones. This is like motherfuckers that feel like, okay, well, ain't nobody pulled up to my house. Like, this is a group of folks that really just feel like they got that shit so tuck and so clear. Anybody that they've sent your way, anybody that stayed where you are, like I said, I'm in a whole fucking hotel. So it's like, it's no missing who's checking in, who's checking out, whether they paid in cash or whether they didn't. And this is like someone hoping like, okay, well, I'm going to put on a hat today whenever I go pay or whatever the case may be. But it's a hat that if the people went to go investigate it and went into their home, they're going to see the fucking clothes or whatever it is that they wore that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like someone not understanding. Somebody is going to thoroughly do the investigation so deep because for how long this has been going, for someone it's been going on like 20 something years, if not more, possibly less for some people, give or take, right? But major part, this is like people realizing like on certain full moons, like for me, I'll do readings here and there on full moons, but however, I know when I get ready to do a reading on full moon and considering, this is like somebody understanding like this person is beyond considerate because the fact that I could go in and reveal, like, it's so much fucking information that I'm holding right now that I know the exact spot, location, home address. Like, if I was to pull out something, it's going to give me a telephone number. It's going to give me the last four of a social security. If I go ahead and pull the information, I can end up getting like either the area codes or the area codes and the last four of the people's phone number. Like, this shit can get so fucking deep. Even I don't give a fuck if it's a burner phone. Call that burner phone number, and this is like someone knowing like, well, I know the number is 757 da 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 da, or I know the number is 772 and something, right? So this is like people realizing around certain full moons, if the person is not really gifted, they will pick up just the basic information. But the people that are really in tune, you gonna pick up every bit of detail. Who they were talking to, I don't give a fuck if it's a low class, high class, celebrity, industry, I don't care where it is. If it has anything tied to you, and it's like depending on what type of reading you do, some people have demons attached to it, some people have angels, some people got both, and that's a blessing. Whenever you could do both, that's a blessing. And I'm blessed to be able to have both parts, okay? Part demon, part angel. We all have a choice. That's why when I tell a person, they be like, what's that tatted on you? Karma, justice, okay? On me, I have it tatted, karmic justice. fucking with me, you gonna get karma, guaranteed. I also got tatted on me, trust nobody. I don't trust folks, period. Like, don't think, oh, we gonna sweet talk them and get on in and ease it on in. It don't work like that. And then it's just like, people are also going to be realizing you just can't fuck with everybody. Just because that person quiet don't mean it's bitch in them. That's like where people realizing, like, this motherfucker knew everything the whole time. I know so much more, but if I drop it, shit, what fun is in the shit anyway? It is not, it's no longer fun. I want to participate. I wanted to participate in the game, so I'm not fit to drop everybody's fucking name. I'm not going to drop every bit of fucking detail. That's going to take away from the fucking fun. Duh. So this is like, this is like somebody's like, you fucking diabolical. It is. I ain't never say that I couldn't be diabolical. Good person. Never said I was fucking nice. Let's make sure we install that in our brains. I never said I was a fucking nice person. I'm mean as fuck. And I'll be the first one to tell you. I love people, but I'm mean as shit. That's why it's easier to be quiet, cool, cool, relax. Don't bother nobody. Like, it used to be a time, a long time ago, how Buddy was moving, bruh, I would have been at your front door. I know where your mama stay at. I know what everybody fucking drive. Like, I used to, like, back in the day, I'm just sitting there looking at it, like, bro, everything I could have fucking did, and I didn't do it. I was like, girl, you did great. You came a long way. Because if you was 19 years old, listen, everybody getting it. But I was like, we've come so long and so fucking far. Why do it? It's more to fucking play psychological warfare with a bitch than it is to sit there and be like, I'm so confused. I don't know what's happening. Oh my God. No, it's all right. Somebody is like, I'm praying that they just don't do this one thing. It's okay. Let's play. Y'all want to play long haul? We're going to play long haul. A little more secrets. We can pick which day we're going to drop the secrets. I mean, I don't fucking know. But the biggest part of the situation is, you got celebrities, you got government officials, you got Senate in this shit, you got military people in this bitch, you got, veterans, you got doctors in this bitch, you got, pharmacies, psychologists. Like, it take all of y'all motherfuckers to get involved in this shit. And then it's, oh shit, she really did. It's called pay attention to detail. Don't they tell you that in college? Don't they tell you that when you're doing your dissertation, your thesis? This is like someone trying to try some bullshit and they realize, like, the motherfucker really did go to college. The motherfucker really. I didn't know. I'm sorry. It's called the game of play dumb, not stupid. All right. So it's just like, oh, is that what it is, doctor? And then it's people realizing, like, the motherfucker calm, cool, and collected for a reason. You absolutely right. Because it's like when a person knows how much fucking evil can go, and they could be just as evil, but they're calm, leave them fucking folks alone. It's usually the people that you feel like is very gullible and naive that usually be the motherfuckers that outsmart any fucking body in certain situations. Just think about it. Computer geeks and shit like that. You'd be like, how the fuck that geeky little motherfucker outsmart you? Because you was dumb. You just didn't have the science of computers. I mean, let's get it. But then when you got someone that is very multifaceted in any and every fucking thing, they have a curious mind, they're fucking silent all the time. But then when they do speak, it's super elaborate and people don't get it. That's when you know, hey, in certain environments, you have a very big advantage. You know what was the stupidest shit that anybody could do? They're going ahead and give me the heads up that they ass was involved too. This was like people saying, you'd like the smartest motherfucker in here, like, bro, like, what made you think of that? Okay. And it'd be simple shit. And I'm thinking it's simple shit, but to them, they was like, but how did you come up with the solution for that? Or how did you? It ain't no how fucking did you? How did you not miss that? To me, it'd be something basic common sense. And to another person, be like, well, I wouldn't know that. And I didn't see that. And well, apparently you fucking, now you're blind and you can fucking see. Quit playing with people's energy. Energy manipulation is the only way that you can pick up energy, right? You pick up the negativity before anything. It's a natural thing. So most people will try to chalk it up into a spiritual aspect. Ain't shit spiritual about that. It's a natural fucking response and reaction. People that get fucking attitudes, right? You walk in a room and you know your mood was great, right? That person you get ready to talk at the fucking cash register. Now you realize, like, hold up. Mind you, again, you're in a good mood. So AKA, you separate your emotions from theirs, right? So you realize, hey, I'm calm. They seem like they having a bad day. So you give them the benefit of the doubt, correct? But however, when you realize that motherfucker's taking it too far and they trying to use you as the punching bag, that's when you check their ass. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. What kind of fucking game you thought this was? Okay, now it's my time to participate. Now, mind you, the advantage of that situation, that person was already being hostile, which was already internally in that person. You want to know what the biggest advantage you have over that fucking person, and already how you can break that motherfucker? Because how they came at you, I'm going to break you on the fucking psychological. The fact that you came at me with the fucking attitude, and depending on what's being said, you break the fucking person down right there and then. Somebody's like, shit. It's a habit. I'm great at it. That's why it's just like, people be like, damn, she ain't said nothing. No, I want to wait for that perfect moment. You usually just wait till the fucking person is vulnerable. 10 times out of 10, even a fucking liar will tell you when they're in a vulnerable state. Whether they want to show it or pretend to be stoic. Especially the motherfuckers, like the people I love are mind manipulators. I love those. Like shit, Sheila was one. She was great at it. But you want to know what I knew was going to sting the fuck out of her? Me recording her bitch ass doing the shit that she did. Mind you, even my video shows that I'm like, hey, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. The fact that she was looking for me to touch her, which gave her grounds and authority to use her weapon, correct? So meaning that would have came from her hand. That was her hope. It just didn't work that way. And then she realized like, shit, I can't say self-defense because she's not hitting me. If anything, I was sitting down and pushing her ass the fuck away. Clearly, you see me recording it, and this is someone looking to flip it. Why would you be flipping this? And this is also someone you got to understand. If somebody have to deal with that type of shit on a day-to-day from the time that they were a fucking kid, what the fuck else do you think I can handle in a day? You think your psychological game, we're going to make them do cognitive dissonance thing. They're not going to believe what they're saying if we take away this and this. We're not going to make them believe that this and this. Well, bitch, you actually giving me an advantage. A win is a fucking win, bitch. Like, what the fuck? It's like the more, like someone got to learn. And I'm just going to tell you this. The more pain you cause, the stronger you make me, right? The more pain that you cause, the happier I fucking get. Because guess what? You're taking away shit that, A, you're making it more easier for the person that you hoping it would break. That will require me to have full-on attachment to everything. Let's go ahead and use ethos. Okay, are we using ethos or are we going to use pathos, or what are we doing? Because if we have to go to ethics, and anyone study that, you study that in law, you study that in psychology, you study that in particular degrees, right? Mainly in science or philosophy and those sorts. But that's like somebody saying, well, shit, I wouldn't know that. Of course, the dumb fuckers that you sent my way, of course they wouldn't fucking know that. What the fuck does ethos and all that have to do? That has a lot to do with, especially if you feel like you're great at manipulation and fucking lying, someone's going to be able to play the same reverse dark psychology with you. Basically, I had to play not only dark reverse psychology, but I also had to play reverse dark psychology with forensics. What is the purpose of why you will be doing this? I don't care about what you're doing, but why would you want to do this, okay? It's not about the how, because I know how, but why would make you do this in this instance if you already had a particular experience and an inkling that a person or an individual or a group or an individual has some sort of intelligence to break down what the fuck it is that you're saying or doing. Why? Even if it's supposed to be an elaborate organization, someone should not be able to pinpoint to tell a federal person or anybody on that sort that's in an investigation position, this is where you look. This is what you have to do. This is how it's going to go. This is who you will look for. This is the type of behavior. This is what they would say. This is what they would wear. This is how they would eat. This is how they would sleep. This is how certain ebb and flow. It's just easy with fucking ebb and flow. So it's just like, when everybody played this game of wanting to insult my intelligence, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Because at first I was like, I don't want to participate in this shit. It was like more annoying. But then as soon as I participated, I was like, this shit is fun as shit. I ain't even gonna hold you. This shit is fun as than a motherfucker. Because it's like, well, shit. Well, let's see what kind of energy they're gonna throw today. It's a fucking full moon. So I know it should be like a ritual that's supposed to, like, whoever's doing this shit, they're anxious as fuck. They're nervous. It's like, do I do this? Do I say this? Do I approach this? How is this gonna go? What do I say? It's like you leave the fucking person alone and stay the fuck away, especially if you had intent on doing what it is that you're doing. Why would you come back and try to tell a person an apology when clearly what you did is what you did? Staying on the business that you did it. If you meant it, you meant it. Ain't no need to apologize for something that you already did. That's why when people be like, damn, like, it's certain things you can apologize for, but shit, once it's already out your fucking mouth, you said it or you wrote it, it's wrote. Like, why the fuck would I get in my feelings about it? Rita, you shouldn't have said that. I admit what the fuck I said. It ain't changing, and I probably add in some more shit, and it might sound even more hateful than what the last hateful shit was. Or we're gonna use this as incriminating evidence to make them seem like what? Make them seem like what? Don't worry, I'll wait. Because whoever it is that you're using the information from, you've already failed that whole fucking situation. You already failed. And then they're going to be like, well, how did we? Because all it requires is for you to go ahead and say, well, you know what, good old Esquire. You see this evidence right here? And them choosing not to go ahead and submit this evidence, because me learning from last situation, them choosing not to submit that evidence that you have that's very prevalent in that situation, go ahead and say, hey, Your Honor, I want to go ahead and, file for this motion for this court session to end right here. Them wanting to continue to do it, that judge is already in persecution. The lawyer or the prosecutor who's trying to press it or push it, you know that you have a right to go ahead and say, like, no, I want to stop the court case, regardless, even if it's a fucking criminal. You have a right to stop your court case in the midst of it, especially if you feel like your information or your evidence is not presented. This is like also someone pre-presenting something to make it seem admissible. Don't worry, I'll wait. This is like somebody saying, like, goddamn, bitch, what do you not study? Well, bitch, every time that I seem to have a fucking problem, it seems to be doctors, lawyers, police officers, hospitals, psych wards, psychologists. So it will be very prevalent to study all of those shits, study their jobs, their descriptions, what degrees and educations and certification. You can actually break all that shit down into a 2-year cycle. Honestly, if you just sit there and you just study, and like for me in a certain situation, hey, they want to stop every opportunity for me to fucking work anyway. So, of course, what else do I have to do? Research unuseful, actually useful information on how should it be conducted. Because this is like someone hoping that when it's time for you to step in the courtroom that you're going to be emotional. You're going to be in your feelings. Actually, no, it don't work like that. Take away the fucking emotions. Take away the fucking feelings. And you just deal with the facts. That's it. Why am I going to be emotional? The facts are the facts. Them getting hyped up and being anxious ain't got shit to do with me. Your Honor, the facts are the facts. I said this, this, and this, and this. What them talking about over there ain't got shit to do with you. This is what I said. Even when someone's trying to cross-examine and ask a question in about 4 or 5 different ways, aka reverse psychology, just to get an answer or a statement to stick, okay? Your answer should be the fucking same. This is like someone, how the fuck you coerce somebody on a fucking stand? Ain't no coercing shit. The facts are the facts. Shit, and especially if you're trying to get somebody to take the fall for the shit that y'all did, child, that ain't my problem. That ain't my motherfucking problem, baby. Because it's like, the only thing I wanted to know, what information y'all got in the Rico for y'all to do that? But then it was just like the shit from Puerto Rico. I say, oh, it makes sense. Y'all got to connect anyway from the damn psychologist dude from fucking Wyoming anyway. So I was like, VA to VA, her going ahead and, Dr. Miranda reaching out to his ass just to see like, hey, what he say and what can we utilize? And then we're going to reach out to the family, but we're going to utilize this, but meaning they called someone that they wasn't even supposed to call. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, regardless of how it goes, this is like people wanting, I'm going to erase this phone. I'm going to get rid of this phone. And then this, like, regardless if you got rid of the fucking phone, you idiots, it's called a cloud. You had an email attached to it one way or another. iPhone users, 10 times out of 10, they're going to have a fucking email attached to it. It's just a given. That's why when most people be like, oh, you should be an iPhone user, that's how you know, hey, you an easy ass target, aren't you? And those be the people like, oh, this is just the flyest shit. No, you're a cheap bitch and you're materialistic. And then it says even more about your character too. So considering you got habits, right? So depending on the type of phone a person purchased, it says more about character, personality, and then some. It's just like somebody trying to sense like, how the fuck you do all this shit? It's too easy. That's why I can understand why all the motherfuckers, the ones that's actually paying these people to come this way, ain't ever had the balls to even come this way. And then when they did, they try to get the fuck up out of there within the first 2 minutes of actually realizing, oh shit, that's her. I saw 2 shares come up here talking about, yeah, we looking for such and such. When they realized that I looked at them and I looked at them in their eyes and they seen the color of my eyes, they was like, oh, that's her. The little shorter officer was like, oh shit, okay, we gonna hurry up and get the fuck up on up out of here. I mean, I would want to get the fuck up around a motherfucker that could tell any of my sins and secrets too. And especially if I've been part of the fucking crew trying to provoke and hinder, harass, stalk, cyberbully, and then something, I would want to stay the fuck away. But 10 times out of 10, they're not going to stay away. I can tell you right now, the 2 motherfuckers in here is part of y'all. They're just sitting there just like, shit, well, let me just hear what they got to say and what they're going to do today. Cool. I'm grateful that your ass is sitting there and actually getting good feel of what we should know. I said, oh, what about our celebrities? You mean your celebrities that's about to lose every fucking relevancy that they even had? Oh, we dropped off very quickly, I see. Because I was like, why the fuck would a reggaeton artist or a Spanish artist or somebody would want to fucking have any parts or piece connected to me? And I'm just trying to understand it. What the fuck you got to do with me? Because, I mean, if anything, the only thing that was surrounding me was another dude. So the only thing I could say to that dude is like, because I know that Buddy ain't had no pull for no female celebrity in such stature. I know for a fact. But, you know, with his track sheet, it was a whole bunch of men. And, you know, even if he went after women, he'll go after those that he knew was hard on them drugs. Real hard on them. Because he know they wasn't going to come back. They wasn't going to argue and do all that extra shit. Everybody got to have it. That's why it's just like, shit, you just can't pay any and everybody to come do your fucking work. And then it was like, if that was a motherfucker you was paying to go ahead and come do some work with me, shit, he was very sloppy, baby. Anybody know when you on a fucking mission and you need to drop a fucking body, first of all, for the 10 things for sure and everything you're going to be certain of, ain't no motherfucking distraction. Ain't no buying no P. Ain't no buying no D. Ain't none of that shit. My focus and my guard is on this motherfucker. What the fuck do you need from me? What information you need to get out of this person? If someone is realizing like, oh, you could be one of those. I could be. I just choose not to. It's easy to do. Why I'm going to do something that's already fucking easy to do? Unaliving anybody is very easy. But why do that when it's too easy? That's like saying making easy money. Well, shit, if you want to make easy money, go lay on your back. Man or woman. The facts are the facts. A hard truth. You might not like it, but it's the truth. You over here and you sensitive, bitch, you in the wrong fucking place. I'm not here to coddle your feelings. I'm not here to worry about what words I use. They could have used a different word. I don't give a fuck about that. Neither do I give a fuck about you, bitch. You think I'm supposed to be amused and worried about what the fuck you say and you barely can fucking accept the fact that you was a crackhead back in the day? You can't accept the fact that you used to fuck for the money and where you at today? That's where bitches get it misconstrued. Don't sit here and play holier than thou and you can't sit there and stand in your fucking sin and truth of what you did before you came to, oh, I came to the Lord. I came to the Jesus. No, bitch, let's talk about what the fuck you used to do prior before you're so holy. You start asking people about that shit, I guarantee they start shutting the fuck up. I guarantee it. I'm those people's worst fucking person that they ever come in with. Because I'm going to make you stand in your truth. Especially a man. Sir, you raise your motherfucking hand. I know it's every bit of bitch in you. As a grown-ass man, you can't talk and use your motherfucking words. You are a female at that point. You feel you have to raise your hand and you're talking to a woman who's having a clear discussion with you, whether you agree or disagree. As a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman, and you call yourself grown, you should be able to converse. Whether you agree or disagree, it's called a discussion, not an argument. Kids have arguments. Adults and grown folks have discussions. And see, most of these people don't know how to discuss because they're in disgust with themselves, so they got to do hater shit to suppress another person. I have more men coming for me than I have fucking women, but it's just the women doing the bitch shit, which is common for them to do. Oh, come, let me go look at the pattern and let me go see what they say today. That's women shit. So when men get involved in that shit, that's when you already know, like, oh, that's what we're gonna do. Look at this shit. This motherfucker fucked up a whole curve. We don't want to be seen today? Come on, baby. Why we back it up? People do stupid shit every day. But it's just like, when it comes to it, stop playing in people's face. For the most part, for anybody that's been participating in this situation, I gave so much grace. Shit, let alone, I allowed a lot of motherfuckers to live right down to their kids. Because I was like, it's too easy to go ahead and drop a ritual real quick. If I want them, I'm going to get them. I ain't got to touch you. I ain't got to be near you physically at all. I just need a name. I ain't got to go get your underwears. I ain't got to get your clothes. I don't need none of that. I just need to know your bloodline, where you come from. That's it. It's too easy. Some people be like, oh, well, we got to get this from them. We got to get the piece of their hair. We got to get their nails. We got to get their underwear. Y'all doing the most. Y'all doing too much. And I just need a little bit of, because when you got a bit of both sides, there's a difference. That's like somebody trying to come for me. I don't give a fuck about you. Do something, bitch. Something real is nothing but Yoruba. Yoruba is from what? West Africa. I look West African. Look a little West African song. So, trying to do what? You trying to use Ogun? Using Shango? Yemaya? Oya Ifa? What is you? Because you ain't shit if you gonna deny me. You ain't doing shit. Grown man or woman, priest or priestess. I don't give a shit what your position is, bitch. You do not outrank me. Ever. Especially if you are part of the diaspora, you will not ever fucking outrank me. Because every time you deny me, or every time that you deny any person that say, are you black? And you say no, and you're playing with the Orishas, you sitting there wondering why all this shit, why I keep getting sick, or why I'm missing this, or why is this happening? Because every time that you talk shit about a black person, even if it's an African American, an African black, poor black, whatever type black, every time that you talk shit about anybody black of African descent, every root work or ritual you're doing, you're sending it back to yourself 100-fold, not 10-fold. You're sending it back to yourself 100-fold. Because every person that you direct that shit to, and if it's a black person and they got African or Nigerian blood or Benin blood in them or Congo blood in them, you want to know what you're doing? You're sending that shit back to you 100-fold, not 10. And especially if your ass standing right in front of a motherfucker that is clearly of African descent. There's somebody, oh, mama, I know, baby, you see me. And that's like you sitting here want to try to play a game of what? Call your best priestess, he ain't got shit on me. Call your best priestess, she ain't got shit on me. They don't rank me. You can't play with her Orisha and you deny the person who stands in front of you. I have stand in front of a lot of y'all. Even was on that island to talk to you. What happened, Sugarfoot? What happened? The most recent, you should have been in Louisa. What does Louisa got to do anything? That's where the most African culture is at. But y'all talk bad about your own folks on your own motherfucking island. That was the wildest, crazy shit I've ever fucking experienced. I was like, how is it that y'all are Puerto Rican born, but they look like us. They look like me. They literally look like me. I saw one lady that I'm talking about. Her hair was more kinkier than mine. Everything. And she was just sitting, she was just so amazed. And I just spoke to her. We had a great conversation and everything. But she was like the first one to tell me straight. She's like, yeah, but my people, you know, they really racist. She was like, we're trying to get out of it. But it was even her trying to convince me. But she knew not convincing me, like, baby, racism is everywhere you go, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And I had to make sure that she knew, like, ain't no judgment, baby. I get your pain. I'm with you, my sister. You know, solid as a motherfucking rock. Like we is in this bitch. Like hair grease on super fried, on hair light to the motherfucking side. Like let your soul glow type shit. Do you hear me? I felt her fucking pain because it was just like, damn, not even y'all being born here and y'all don't even get y'all respect. But then it also allowed me to just, it was like, Sharita, you know what, just chilling. And I was like, go to Peones, but just like low key, just go over there to Louisa. Because Louisa, I could tell that it's low key. It was low key like kind of protected because they got to look out for their folks. Because you don't know who's coming in there just to exploit some shit. So I'm just sitting here. I was just like, something just tell me. I was like, all right. So when the crazy shit popped off in Puerto Rico, I was just like, all right. Let me get a little bit more pieces. So it was like, sure, pay attention to the hospital and then just pay attention to the people around your environment. But as that shit started going, I just realized, I was like, damn, motherfuckers could be real fucking messy and real fucking dirty. But I was like, I could see if I was just being a messy or dirty person. But I was like, ain't never been none of that. But something tell me, hey, it's the motherfucking you laying next to. I'm like, well, why would the motherfucker laying next to me ever have confirmation? What ever want to do some dirt, you know, dumb shit like this? Because I was the one with this motherfucker when his own folks was about to get his ass locked up. Okay, not only one time, but a few times. Who you calling on the line? Oh, I gotta go to work and I gotta go get this and I gotta go pay for this and I gotta put. But mind you, I made sure that man kept on to his money. Ain't ever touched that shit. And if I did touch it, I gave it back tenfold. That's why when it comes to Joshua Michael Gonzalez Gomez from Rio Grande, Puerto Rico, I'm not the person that you thought was, right? You thought you knew me. That's why when people feel like they know me, I'm only giving you a shell of me. That's why anybody that met me, it was like, Michelle, what is it that you have going on today? And most of them like, damn, it was such a pleasant. But it's like, why she keep staying on one subject? Because I need to know what the fuck you're going to do with it. They're thinking it's like it's repetitive. I know, but it's like you have to learn yourself eventually to know how well that you're going to utilize people. Manipulation is very fucking easy to fucking use. But why would I manipulate something that's very true to me? That's like that fucking doctor that, oh, you didn't get MST. I did it. Were you in my JJ in Afghanistan? Were you the one getting pent up when I was over there in Afghanistan? I don't think so. I don't think you was the shitty chain of command that didn't really do shit because they was too busy fucking and cheating on their wives too. I mean, that's the joys and the pain of when you go down range anyway. So anybody being in the motherfucking military just need to know you got cheated on for sure. You know what I'm saying? Unless you was just lucky enough to be that wife or that husband on the line every day to make sure that they did their little 1-2 with you on a video. That was a rare and very few that you saw do that. So, yeah. Let's keep that secret off the track. So then you want to try to disregard, like, hey, this motherfucker was scarred since childhood. So half the MSTs that I had happened, I had a couple. Actually had 3 incidents. I barely brought up one. And one, I was like, let's not bring it up no more because the actual fucking psychologist and the doctor that works here, she tried to say like, oh, that's not a real thing. She got so lucky that to a point that I had to be nice enough to let the VA know, whatever you do, make sure she is not on the floor when I'm on the floor. I give you my word. And if I'm telling you politely, meaning I'm going to do it eventually, keep the bitch out of my eyesight. Keep her out of my direction. I meant that shit when I came to the priest. Keep that bitch far the fuck away from me. Don't even let me know that hoe is in the building. Of course, I'm going to research her to find her name on Facebook, because who doesn't have Facebook these days? If not LinkedIn. So I found her. But this is the name of a game. When people feel like they could play certain games, all you got to do, even down to the people who was playing on my fucking medical record, there's like, well, she didn't see my face. It's too easy these days to go look on fucking LinkedIn about these fucking names. Let me do a little bit more digging. What else kind of associations and qualifications? What else would they be tied into? Bigger part, what school did they go to? Okay, what school does that school specialize in? Yeah, we're going to do a whole bunch of digging around everybody that feels like they have something to do with you. That's why when it comes to any fucking thing and you need to know who around you, who's trying to set you up, who's trying to do fuck shit, stay quiet. Tracy Morgan told y'all that. But I knew that since I was a fucking kid. You want to know what somebody thinking and what they feeling and what they got going on and who they are? Just shut up. They'll tell you. And see, I was smart enough to do that on the first few months of being with him, because I was like, shit, something's off. I ain't like that feeling. And I was like, I had this feeling a long time ago, but Sharita, don't touch it. But you still need to keep this man around for a particular reason, and I didn't know why. But something told me, Sharita, just watch. Hey, he brought you this. Hey, he brought you another gift. I was like, the motherfucker is the gift that keep on giving, isn't it? So eventually, it's like, okay, well, if they take this on at the system, this is going to invoke something else. Meaning, I've already was aware that the longer that I was away from the United States, the fucking mouse would play. Okay? AKA Sheila, Carla, Shane, Courtney, Kiera, Deshawn, Patrick Luter, Rita Luter, Johnny Luter. Those are being the main three that I've been attached to, right? But it's great how I said those names and everybody disappeared, right? So when it came to also Michelle was hiding in the background. And I'm just sitting here like, damn. The only time these motherfuckers appear, if it's having to do with money. Only time that these motherfuckers appear, they seem to appear every time that I'm just like out of the spotlight. Also, it's like some people tend to disappear. I was like, damn, every time it's got something to do with money, these motherfuckers disappear right before it's time for him or them to do paperwork to go ahead and do their shifting when it came to money. So I'm like, somebody's name is Shifton. Oh, Shelton. I don't know what last name is Shelton. Johnson, Jones, McBride. I did say Johnson already. Keith. Someone could be like Russian, European, or something like that. That's like a different name. Kievf or something like that. So someone could be possibly German. But yeah, most of the situation, that's why it's like, when I watch these conversations and how people was moving, I was like, these are people that thought it was so cute. Like, we're going to go on her TikTok and try to harass her. Like, so when is this supposed to be happening again? And I was like, I noticed, I was like, these motherfuckers got real quiet. The only reason why they're real quiet, because somebody got notified somewhere that someone has been knocking on doors asking questions. And someone's like, well, shit. But if they starting to question the motherfuckers that's already in y'all little shit that y'all doing, eventually it's trickling. They just got to do it very slowly. But that first arrest, domino effect. When they get that phone call about the first arrest, I don't know who it was going to be, but whoever is going to be arrested, it's going to be like, I did not expect for this person to get arrested. Oh shit. And whoever this odd person that's going to stick out that end up getting arrested, that's, like I said, it's going to lead to a domino effect. The biggest piece of it is, I don't watch 3 drones. Currently, I'm looking at the 4th one. So the longer that they play for the long haul, the more information and evidence that they're collecting. Now, regardless if they choose to press, this is like somebody realizing like, hey, we got to let something go to rest. Also, this is like someone Saunter. Somebody's last name is Saunter. We got to put this person under arrest. Someone's last name is Santana as well. So this is like someone like, okay, well, we're going to be in complete distress about this situation, but how can we arrest this person if that's not the case? But somebody's realizing like, hey, well, we choose to do that. That right there is going to seal the fate, because this person's name is not supposed to be in any space. For somebody, if they choose to do what it is that they're trying to make false moves on, like I said, it's drones. Them choosing like the drone ain't gonna be no effect. This is like somebody feel like, okay, even if they went to go arrest somebody, that person will only be on hold for about 10 hours. But in that 10 hours, this is like someone immediately gonna be released. But who they gotta release the person to? This is someone like, fuck, they're gonna lose their credential right there and then. Whoever was the sign officer, whoever runs the precinct, whoever touches you and do that arrest, that whole precinct will be under investigation for everything that they have done for the last 10 years. So someone choosing to go ahead and send someone towards you, that's 10 years that they're going to be able to open up any kind of case or information that someone has done over 10 years. For somebody, depending on who they send out, for somebody, if it's a sheriff or somebody, like for me, it'd be Orlando PD or the Orange County Sheriff Department or something like that, right? Say they send those folks out. They know for a fact, even for the federal people, they know for a fact, like, hey, she did have ties to police department. She did have ties to Sanford. She did have ties to, all these counties. And with them already doing that, why would you jeopardize your career, your pensions for somebody? They are like 1 year away from being able to collect their pension and everything. Like, they'd be cool on fucking retirement. But why would you sit there and spend your fucking last year with your lifeline on the fucking line to jeopardize some shit based off a fucking lie? Make it make sense. When all you have to say is, look, I know what's going on. I'm only able to turn my cheek at certain things, but when it's getting to that point, you have to shut that down. It's called integrity. It's part of your oath. This is someone getting caught up. Like, this is like investigations running so fucking deep where a place feel like, oh, everything she's saying, we're going to contradict it. Oh, she wasn't supposed to get her weapon, but she got it. See? Haha, we got to win. Actually, no, a win is a fucking win. Psychologically, I know I fucking won because I shouldn't have got that, but I did. So it's just like, logical sense. What else can I get out of this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is more or less like, if you feel it's a game, I know it's more a game. I'm going to choose to participate. So a win is a fucking win, regardless of how you're trying to put it. A win is a win because some people are not versed in certain degrees. They're not versed in certain things. You could be this and you could do coercion, but you're only doing it because you got ties to a lawyer, right? But if you didn't have no ties to that lawyer, you wouldn't even know what's your rights or what you could and couldn't do, right? So that will behoove whoever person, if they're going to combat something, it will make you to have logical sense. Make sure you reading on some kind of legalities, statutes, and any fucking way that they could come at you. If it's weapons, you need to know about weapons, their laws, their statutes, their regulations, right? Your state law, your county law, because it's going to be up to 2 or 3, depending on what circuit you get. You know what I'm saying? So you need to look at your circuit and look at the criminal cases. Certain cases are public, and you can look at, okay, this is what they was looking into. This is how they review it. It's too easy to have I'll take that back. It's not too easy. Not everybody's going to have that psychological analytics to themselves, let alone the fundamental. So it's just like, it's too easy to break down what it is that you need to fucking know. Okay? No difference than how does the streets move. So in order for a corrupt motherfucker to move, they got to know how the streets move. But however, most of the time, if they moving fucking cricket or wonky, of course, they got to have a few dirty fucking people in their pocket. Duh, I would fucking know that. I come from that type of environment. So that's like a bit, even like, this is like somebody saying, this is assault to injury. This is so fucking disrespectful. Oh my gosh, why I didn't look into these things. Well, shit, they said she was ghetto and ratchet and hood and all this dumb shit. But they didn't say the motherfucker was hood, smart, and intelligent on top of that shit. I know, right? Well, shit, you got to know your rights. You got to be a law-abiding citizen. Don't fuck up and just know what the fuck you're doing. Know who the fuck is around you, who to talk to, and I ain't talking to not a fucking soul. I don't like you. But if I salute you and gave you good night, how are you doing, good day, hey, I just want to at least let you know you're having a good day. It's too many fucking depressed fucking people as it is. You feel like just me saying, hey, have a great day. I hope you enjoy yourself tonight. It don't make me an asshole. Actually, it just made someone's day a little bit brighter because maybe they didn't feel like they were seen that day. I don't have to have a fucking heart, but I don't have to be an asshole. But you see, also, it was a little bit difficult, but I did it. I gave a person, hey, how you doing today? I hope you have a great day. Simple fucking conversation goes a long way. That's why it's like manipulation. What? I do that every day. I grew up with that shit. So psychological warfare, let's not do that. Spiritual, hell no. It's going to fail every time. So it's like anybody doing spiritual work towards me at this time, I'm not even gonna say it's a crime, even though it is a baneful one. But I hope whoever's doing this shit, I hope you prayed over your grandmama and your daddy and them and your kids. Cause see how my ancestors play, and you know how y'all already took my kids, and one is passed on, and then y'all caused these miscarriages. You think I ain't coming for your womb? You think my ancestors ain't coming for your kids, your newborns, your teenager, your 10-year-old? You don't think my ancestors gonna come for that? Oh, they coming for him one way or another. I'm having nightmares. Oh, I got beat up at school. Oh, somebody stole my money. It's very subtle at first. Then after that, that's when they ain't got no fucks to give. Such and such passed away at their sleep, and they were extremely healthy. Were they? Or were they an easy target for me to go ahead and say the word? It's too easy. See, prayer go a long way, but also your ancestors, when you know what kind of ancestors you roll with, most of mine was, hey, baby, they wasn't nothing to play with nice when they were here on earth. I can only imagine what kind of freedom they give these motherfuckers as soon as they get the word. People go to graveyards and, hey, granny, I need you to go ahead and do this for me. Entities, spirits, because people don't know the people's spirits that they go to the graveyard to do the dirt with. Oh, I'm going to go get the dirt off of Uncle Steve's grave. Well, why you going to get the dirt? Well, Uncle Steve was a molester. Uncle Steve didn't mind if your child was 2 or 20. Uncle Steve didn't mind going ahead and putting, you see what I'm saying? That's how that shit goes. That's why people was like, oh, that's how the baneful magic. Yeah, that's why when y'all be sitting there like, am I going crazy? Am I tripping? Am I tweaking? Did this just move? Did this just happen? It did. You ain't tripping. That's what the hell fucking happened. So that's why when people want to play certain things and certain games, you can't sit there and play certain games and feel like you gained something. Like, no, you creating a person, you created a personal injury to that person. That's right now, you have created CPTSD. If we had to sit in a courtroom, complex PTSD, because it's traumatic. You were food poisoning, not only me, but my children, the people that you had to come my way, the hitmen, the doctors and psychiatrists and psychologists. Then I have to go deal with a fucking hospital that wanted to be very disregarding. You want to act like you couldn't tell me what you seen on the ultrasound, but I'm telling you, the Korean, Asian, Thailand, wherever that fucking kid came from, Singapore or whatever, he snitched, he had a copy of it and he screenshotted that bitch. So the evidence ain't gone as you thought that you was getting rid of over there at UCF Lake Nona. They was the one to get the first main fucking ultrasound. Then the VA got it. And then they had to circulate. How the fuck is this happening? Bitch, I'm an alien. My blood is not normal. I'm not a normal person. I mean, like, motherfucker, today, I'm great. I'm great. I'm always calm. And every day, I'm very fucking calm. It's just you choose how you want this situation to go. Not me. I'm only going off the energy that you give me. If you coming hostile, you think I'm fit to get hostile with you? No, I'm just going to figure out where the fuck the hostility came from first before we have a response. Because ain't shit to fucking react to. Oh, we killed your kids. Congratulations. You want a fucking cookie? Because the get back is going to be way better than what I can physically do. Oh, I'm sorry. That was meant to cause you to have a psychological break. No, I had mines at that moment when I had to sit there and have that experience with my children that I shouldn't have. So y'all needed to go ahead and cause and create something. I accepted it, and now that I accepted it, now it's just like shit. What we dealing with a demon? Are we dealing with this possibility? But we all have fucking options about the shit we choose to do. We all got options. Y'all chose to go ahead and fuck with me, so I decided to say, hey, let's see how far we're gonna go. Let's see what secrets we learned today. Oh, I'm gonna keep that secret in the pocket. I'm gonna keep the secret about him in my pocket. I'm gonna keep this secret about them in my pocket. So the more secrets, I was like, let's see how the day goes, and we can, or the month, or the next few months, because all they required for y'all was to give me my fucking money, and for me to go ahead and go live my motherfucking life. Give me my son's information about who did it, so I can have that complete closure, and so my son's spirit can fucking rest. And choosing not to go ahead and give me the information of who did it. I just wanted to know who did it to the baby. He was a baby. I just want to know who hands was it by. That's the only thing I need to know. And I need my money right back. That's it. I need my money. I need my coins. Or every single last one of them right back. Because I think we getting ready to turn it to Sonic, Mario, Luigi, I don't know. Sega. The Sega continues. So let's see what more information we can build up and see what we drop every now and again. Because it's getting more interesting by the day. More information that they drop by the day. Either way it goes, more information the feds pick up every day too. So the people working at the FedEx and the UPS and the post office, those here, at the hotel, them at the precincts, the lawyers and the judge that had any information pertaining to my name on that case. Of course, families and relatives in all those states mentioned that felt that they had some kind of ties to you. For somebody, they used your ancestry as well. You know what I'm saying? To connect the dots about where these people came from. So everybody that they go ahead and pay just to try to do shit towards you, now they gotta sit here and ask questions like, shit, they knew about everything, but they ain't saying everything. Ain't no need to say everything. Why give you away everything about what y'all doing, saying, and what's the setup and plot? That take away the fun for what y'all feel like y'all already got going. So why would I fuck that up? It's not needed. But what it is, I just needed free entertainment today because it is a full moon. And with the moon being full, more information is going to be revealed regardless. Especially if you practice Santeria, if you do Santa Muerte, if you did any of that shit energetically, spiritually, just know, hey, this moon is very effective to reveal anything that someone feels like they're hiding. Me, I found some other few things, but I was like, I'm not putting it on YouTube, and I won't put it on TikTok. So I'm going to keep it in my back pocket, though. Because somebody definitely got a move that they hoping that they can make, and it's going to be a grave mistake. Do my birthday. They ain't right, they birthday. Do it till they done. Hell yeah, we can run. Going north, south, east, west. Show y'all how to. Yeah, that's like someone realized, like, oh shit. Somebody you get a chance, an opportunity to handle what you need to handle back. Fair is fair. You have the right to protect yourself, as long as it's in self-defense. Anyway, that's that on that.